Alright, video game warriors, welcome back to episode 2 of our Soul Reaver 1 Remastered walkthrough. Let's get cracking. In this episode we have to get through the necropolis, so let's push on forward. Just going to skip through this cutscene here. It is probably worth popping a cheeky save because there is a missable achievement just around this corner, so make sure to pop a quick save. I think it's through this room here. Yeah, so don't attack this human because we need to get to a particular place a bit later on in the playthrough without attacking a single human. So yeah, make sure to not attack this guy here. And if you did save just before that and you have attacked him, then just quit out and reload your save. Okay, achievement there. That's just a main story achievement there. So let's push on. If you missed it a little bit earlier, you can also try and get an achievement here by popping a block onto the enemy just like that. So there's an achievement, if you missed it in the previous episode, there's an achievement where you can defeat an enemy by popping a block onto them. So if you just pull that block one square backwards and then just leave it there for a sec, you can also get that kill like that. That vampire tries to pop up and then pops up into the block and gets wrecked. So that is that. Let's push on forward. You can get a few scorch kills here if you want to. Just pop this guy in the face a few times. I think you can also just knock them into the sun, although it takes a little while to do that. So pick them up, throw them in the sunlight. That counts as 2 there towards the Scorch achievement. So that's defeat 10 vampires using fire, I think it is. Push on forward. Oh, I love this theme tune so much, it's so good. What an awesome theme. The camera goes a little bit dodged there. Down those stairs. That's the Malkaya warp gate. So make sure to bag that. Just stand on that little symbol to make sure that it unlocks. Then we can head on into the necropolis. Okay, so what we'll do first of all is just head on over the other side. So high jumps and then gliding across, high jumps, gliding across. And don't forget you can crouch like that towards the end of a platform and it won't let you fall off the end. So you can just crouch into the side and you're all good, which helps with like tricky platformer type stuff. This is quite a good area to get some spike kills, so you can pick these guys up and just give them the old 1-2 onto these spikes. And these are quite weak vampires as well, so you can just give them a couple of punches. There we go. If you can do absorb the souls as well, we're going for the 100 soul absorbs. Let's go. I think this is where some of the puzzle stuff comes in this particular room. So on the original one, the PlayStation 1 Soul Reaver, it didn't give you a hint as to what to do here, but this literally comes up saying shift into the spectral realm to reveal hidden paths. Basically, if you ever get to an area where you feel like it should be the way to go, but you can't see a way to go, then generally shifting into the spectral realm is the answer. Not always the case, but if you've been playing the game and you feel like you're going the right way and then you feel like it's hit a dead end, it's probably the time to shift over to the spectral realm. Okay, so doing that pushes those platforms out over there, so it allows us to head on up. And this is where the puzzle stuff starts to come in. So we need to hold left trigger and then X to flip a block. And this is the first kind of like shifting into the spectral realm, you know, shifting back into the physical realm, pushing blocks. So pop that block into there, which opens this gate, and then you want to high jump up onto here, and then you want to jump onto one of these platforms. I go for the left one. I don't think it really matters too much which one you jump on, but you got to jump on that so it makes the other one go higher. And then what we need to do is get this block to go over the other side of this room. So we're going to pop that down and just push it off. This bit can be a little bit spicy because sometimes you can get overwhelmed with quite a few vampires here, so you've got to be quite careful. It's also quite tricky to find a way to defeat them as well. So I'm going to make sure this guy is kind of sort of dazed like that first, then get this, then do this, then jump up here and absorb the soul from here. Again, just makes life a little bit easier, because this guy, if they're glowing blue like that, they're like weird like blue stars, it means they can kind of like just drain your life force, and it's quite OP, to be totally fair. So we're gonna grab that. I think another enemy pops up. Yeah, there we go. So that's why we grabbed the staff, ready to impale once again. So grab that soul as well. I think that's, maybe there's one more that pops up a little bit later towards the end of this section, but we should be out of the way by that point, so it's all good. So claws in, and we're just going to slide that bad boy over. Yeah, we might be able to just skip this guy, I think, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and skip that guy there. Claws in, drag it this way, and then flip. Once again. So we're going to pop this into, yeah, like so. There we go. Then we are gonna, just trying to remember, spectral plane up here, back up. We need a soul, so I'm just going to quickly grab this one actually before we go up. There we go. I'm going to try and get out of there. Oh, never mind. Looks like we're taking this guy out. These enemies can be a little bit spicy, so you got to be a bit careful around them. But it's not the end of the world if you are defeated. It'll just transport you back to the starting area of the game, but you've got teleport points, so it's fine. Okay, so at this point we are in the physical realm, and we need to high jump up to here, and then we need to high jump again. No, we don't. We need to go in these. We need to go into the spectral realm first. I'm glad I've just remembered that at the last second. Then go onto the platform. So make sure you go spectral realm first, then go onto the platform. High jump again, high jump again. And then we need to go back to the physical realm. This bit can take a little while, because as far as I know, you can't really grab any souls from this area, but your health does regenerate anyway over time. So essentially, if you just hang fire here, you should be able to get your health back. But yeah, on that section there, just make sure you go, when you get up to the first high platform, go spectral realm first, then jump to the platform that's lifted up there, across, and then wait here for a sec until your health is full, then switch back to physical here. So that's kind of like a little bit of a taster of the puzzles, like the physical realm, spectral realm, switching, stuff like that. So this block we're just going to pull across to the side and then push that off. I don't really need that torch right now, so I'm just going to pop that down. This block can just go straight in, I think. Just listening for the click, yeah. So with some of these block puzzles, if you get the block, if it's in the right slot, you should hear a click, so just listen out for that. And then we need to do some flipping stuff, so I'll flip that, and then that side. The block puzzles can get a little bit spicy later on, especially in the cathedral. There's like a giant cathedral, and there's like so many block puzzles in that cathedral, it's insane. So that is that. Just gonna grab a torch. It's got quite a cool lighting effect up here. It's also fun to see the difference between PlayStation 1 and Remastered. Just click in the right thumbstick to see the difference between the two. Okay, where are we? Okay, so push this block off. So make sure to push that down first before you drop down. Then we can drop down. And pull this across. There's a cliff that we can get up to just up here, I think, so put that probably about there. And then this one. I'm going to flip this as well. Yeah, the cathedral is, I think it's the next place that we go after this area. And there's like so many puzzles. It's like proper brain computing power. It takes the full force of my brain capacity doing those puzzles. You can throw this guy in the water if you want to, or you can scorch him, whatever. Just gonna pop this down. Grab that salt. And head on around. You ideally don't want to fall down there in that water. I'm going to skip this guy. If you do fall in the water, you can just, well, you basically have to go all the way through again, I think. Oh no, it'll take you to where we just push those double blocks. But there's like one block on top of the other. It'll take you to there, I think. So if you do fall down into that water bit, then just go up those double blocks and you should be back in action again. So we're sort of coming towards the end-ish of this little section, I think. So just trying to remember, we pop this lever, which takes us down. I think there is another human here. If you go left, you can go left or right. Doesn't really matter which way you go, to be totally fair, but if you do go left like I'm doing right now, just be very careful of this human up here. You don't want to attack this human, as you will miss an achievement if you do that. Just run on past. This room here, there is a lever on this side, so let's pop this. You'll have to let me know in the comments as well if it's your first time playing Soul Reaver or your first time seeing this game and what you think to it. So pop that lever first on the opposite side, and then this crank after the lever. But yeah, if you are playing Soul Reaver for the first time, hopefully you're enjoying it. So make sure to pop that crank so those are doing that. Let's head on back. We'll go the other way. I think there's two vampires this way. So you can take those out, or we can just skip on, whatever. Choice is yours. And head back through. And then I'm just trying to remember what we do next. This opens the middle section, I think. Yeah. But yeah, this is one of my favourite games. I absolutely love it, so hopefully you're enjoying it as well. If it's your first time playing Soul Reaver, or maybe you're revisiting it like me. Just gonna pull this block out. I think we can make use of that a little bit later, so I'm gonna pull that out first. And then I'm gonna crack on. Ideally, we probably could have done it with a weapon to take out this vampire, but we can probably just skip. So it's fine, let's just skip. So there's a little gap in the wall down here. So we're going to head on down. I think it is slightly faster to jump, by the way, so if you're in a hurry, feel free to pop the jumps. So on this section, we're going to jump up the top. And this is just a case of like pulling these blocks underneath these wooden things. You have to do this 4 times. That's one. And we'll crack on with the rest. I think probably the place, I guess there's like 2 places that's got loads and loads of puzzles in them, and one is the cathedral, and then I think like the last section of the game also has loads of puzzles as well. I think it's called the Cave of Oracles, or the Oracle Cave, something like that. Okay, so that's that. And then the last one. We've also got a missable achievement coming up in this boss fight. So we've got to be really, really careful. It's definitely worth popping a save as well before this boss fight, because obviously if you defeat the boss without getting the achievement, then you've completely missed it. So make sure to save the game before dropping into the boss arena. I'll let you know when that's coming up in just a sec. Okay, so let's pop this in here. It just goes into the sort of like corner. Should hear a click when it pops in, so listen out for that. A few more. Also, video game warriors, if you are enjoying this video and this Soul Reaver 1 walkthrough, then please do give the video a like. Massively helps out if you do pop the video a like. Thank you so much if you do. Thank you. Click that one into place as well. And last one. So I think my voice is on its way here. And if you like, content like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel as well. Got loads of video game guides, walkthroughs, hints, tips, and tricks. Anyway, so that's those 4 in place, which drops us down to the final section down here. I always get a little bit confused here because one way is towards the boss and one way is back up. So this is towards the boss, so make sure to save just here before dropping in. So we'll pop a save, we'll do slot 2, so overwrite, yes, and then resume. Yeah, here we go, this is the one. So with this boss fight, we have to, I'm just going to skip this. In fact, no, I'm just going to wait for the boss to pop out. This boss kind of reminds me of, he looks like a boss from Bloodborne, or should I say that the Bloodborne boss kind of looks like this boss. If you have played Bloodborne, there's a boss on it that's called the One Reborn. And if you've seen the One Reborn, it looks very similar to this guy. Malkaya, that's his name. It's like he's got skulls on his body. It's a very, very similar design. Anyway, let's skip that. With this boss, you have to punch him in the back for an achievement. So that's our first objective, which is a little bit tricky to do because he turns like super fast. So just keep on trying to pop the punch in the back. Just keep on going for it. I think he's walking through the thing, so I can't do it at the minute. Yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit fiddly. There we go, we got it. So make sure to punch him in the back to get that achievement. Bit of a fiddly one, but it's doable. If you do get hit, it will pop you into the spectral realm, but that's all good. On this bit, just hold that lever until he's there, and then make sure to drop it as he's like just halfway through the door. If you do get hit, it might pop you into the spectral realm, but it's all good. Just get some souls back, get your health back, and then you can just transform back into the physical realm and like come back into the fight again. So it's not too bad. Once again, we're just going to hold this and wait for him to make an appearance wherever he is. Sometimes he gets like caught on stuff. There we go. So just try and use the shadow on the floor as like the point of, you know, look at the shadow on the floor and drop it when he's kind of roughly around there. So next we've got access to the crank. Has just unlocked. So what you want to do now is just kind of like place yourself on the opposite side of this cage thing to make him like phase through it and then hit the crank. Like so.
Tell me, Melchiah, where can I find Kain? The master is beyond your reach.
And this is a pretty cool cutscene, so I'm gonna like wait for the thing to come down, which is pretty brutal. You just trapped your brother in a cage and then nice. Anyway, so that's that. Basically, we absorb his soul, get the achievement, and now we have the ability to phase through certain things, just like he did. So you need to be in the spectral realm for this to happen, so select, and then go spectral, and then push through. Grab the soul. And we've got a little bit of backtracking to do to get back up. Just head on forward and then follow this path around. Also, video game warriors, if you are into 2D platformer collectathons, I am developing my own video game called Loki the Lynx. You can find it on Steam, Loki the Lynx. So feel free to give that game a wish list if that's your jam. This is why we pulled this block out a little bit earlier so we can get back up. But if you haven't done that, it's okay. You can just drop down and there's a portal just on the level below. Playing a portal, so you can switch on that portal. I think it's just over there. Yeah, there, look. So you can just go back to the physical realm over there and then make your way back up again, and then you can pull this block in the physical realm if you didn't pull it a little bit earlier. So it's all good. We're going to grab this weapon and make our way out. But yeah, if you're into 2D platformer collectathons, I'm making my own video game called Loki the Lynx. I'll put a link in the video description for that. So feel free to wishlist it if it's your kind of thing. It should be out in 2025. At some point. So this is just like a sort of update as to where to go next, which basically says go back to the Sanctuary of the Clans. But what we're going to do first is quickly just grab some stuff that's down in this this water here. So we're going to take him out, grab the soul, and then we're going to go into the water next. I'm just trying to remember what's down here. So we're going to jump into the water and then just grab a few bits and bobs real quick here. So through this gate is the first health upgrade or pizza slice. So that basically just says that you get 5 pieces of pizza, and then it increases your health. So we're going to phase back out of there and then go into this one on the left hand side, phase through here. I think that a reason that I like this is it's very, very similar in a way to Ocarina of Time, which is one of the best games ever created. This is kind of like Ocarina of Time's edgy cousin or something. So we're going to go physical realm, and then just press action or attack next to these. You have to do that 3 times. That's 1, 2, and then 3 over there. But yeah, it's kind of similar in terms of comparing it to Ocarina of Time. It's like you collect, you know, upgrades, health upgrades, increase your health capacity. You get like new abilities and stuff as you unlock stuff in the game, which unlocks new areas. So I think that's one of the reasons why I like it so much. So basically just push those 3 things over there, get this, get an achievement for that as well. That's the Force Glyph, which we will be using quite soon. So now we have access to the Force Glyph, which uses glyph energy, which is like the blue stuff. I'll pause it so you can see. It should pop up in the top left, I think. Yeah, it's that blue stuff up the top left where it says 2. So that's the glyph energy. So we're going to make our way back through here, and then we are going to jump back up this slope here. And the next part of the game that we need to head towards is the Sanctuary of the Clans. Just going to grab this soul. So back to physical. And we'll leave this area for now, go to the warp point, and then we should be able to use this warp point to get to the lake, the Abyss Lake, which is this one with the swirly symbol. So we're going to jump in here to the Abyss Lake, and then we should be able to get back to the Sanctuary of the Clans from here. If you didn't get it in the previous episode and this vampire has respawned, don't forget you can throw this vampire into the Lake of the Abyss over here to get an achievement. So make sure to do that if you haven't done that already. But I think what we shall do here, Video Game Warriors, is wrap up this episode. So if you did enjoy this video, then pop this video a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, pop a comment, let me know what you think into Soul Reaver 1 so far. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.